Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Suklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om Bhurvubhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Aim, 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 Klim, 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 Sound, Sound, Sound. Om Bhurvubhuvah Suvah Bhagavate clean, 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 sound, sound, sound. Om Bhur Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. My, clean, 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 sound, sound, sound. Om Bhurvaha Suvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. My, clean, 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 sound, sound, sound. Om Bhurvaha Suvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. My, clean, 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 sound, sound, sound. Om Bhurvaha Suvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Love Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Akilanda Koti Brahmadinayaka Rajani Raja Yogi Raja Parabrahma Sachidananda Samata Sakura Bhagavan Shri Shirdi Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Akilanda Koti Brahmadinayaka Rajani Raja Yogi Raja Parabrahma Sachidananda Samata Sakura Bhagavan Shri Jesus Maharaj Ki Jai. Akilanda Koti Brahmadinayaka Rajani Raja Yogi Raja Parabrahma Sachidananda Samata Sakura Bhagavan Shri Sai Kailashwara Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. Paramam Pavitram Vibhutim Paramam Vishitram Mila Vibhutim Paramahadeksha Namoksha Pradardam Tabaha Vibhutim Nilamasayami Sai Baba Vibhutim Sachatam Swarami Shirdi Sai Vibhutim Manasa Swarami. Om Mahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavahitamastu Ma Virvishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Drupalaya Namaha. Om Bhakti Shakti Pradaya Namaha. Om Jnana Vargaya Daya Namaha. Om Prema Pradaya Namaha. Om Samsaya Hrudaya Durvalaya Papa Karma Vasanakshaya Karaya Namaha. Om Hrudaya Granti Vedakaya Namaha. Om Karma Dvamsine Namaha. Om Sudha Sattva Sthitaya Namaha. Om Gunatita Gunatmanye Namaha. Om Ananta Kayana Gunaya Namaha. Om Amita Parakramaya Namaha. Om Jayane Namaha. Om Durdarsha Kshobhaya Namaha. Om Aparajitaya Namaha. Om Trilokeshu Avigata Gataye Namaha. Om Asyakya Rahitaya Namaha. Om Sarva Shakti Murtaye Namaha. Om Swarupa Sundaraya Namaha. Om Sulochanaya Namaha. Om Barupa Vishwamurtaye Namaha. Om Arupa Vaktaya Namaha. Om Achintaya Namaha. Om Sukshmaya Namaha. Om Sarvatrayaminay Namaha. Om Manovagatitaya Venkatesha Ramanaya Namaha. Om Adbhutananda Charyaya Namaha. Om Prapanati Haraya Namaha. Om Samsara Sarvadukakshaya Karaya Namaha. Om Sarvavid Sarvato Mukaya Namaha. Om Sarvantavati Shitaya Namaha. Om Sarva Mangalakaraya Namaha. Om Sarva Vishapradaya Namaha. Om Samarasa Samagashrapanaya Namaha. Om Sri Samarda Sadguru Sainataya Namaha. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Guru Sai Jai, Jai Sai. Guru Sai Jai, Jai Sai.
Sri Sai Satcharitra, The Wonderful Life and Teachings of Shirdi Sai Baba, a modern rendering. Chapter 21. In this chapter, Ahmad Pant relates 3 very interesting stories, which, if very carefully read and grasped, will lead readers onto the spiritual path. Our past merits enable us to seek the company of saints. It is a general rule that it is our good luck in the form of the accumulation of merits from past births that enable us to seek the company of saints and profit from it. To illustrate this rule, Ahmad Pant gives his own example. He was a resident magistrate of Bandra, a suburb of Mumbai, for many years. A famous Muslim saint named Pir Milan lived there, and many Hindus, Parsis, and others who followed different religions used to go and have his darshan. His priest, Unus, pressed Ahmad Pant over and over to go and see him, but for some reason or other he was never able to do so. After many years, he finally came to be in the company of a saint. He was called to Shirdi, where he was permanently enlisted in Baba's court. Unfortunately, people do not get this contact of saints. It is only the fortunate ones that do. Institutions of Saints. There has been the institution of saints in this world from time immemorial. Various saints incarnate themselves in various places to carry out the missions given to them. Although they work in different places, they are one. They work in unison under the common authority of the Almighty and know full well what the other is doing. supplementing the other's work where necessary. An instance illustrating this is given below. Mr. Thakur meets Baba. Mr. Thakur was a clerk in the revenue department. He once came to a town named Badgam, along with a survey party. There he saw a Canarese saint named Appa and bowed before him. The saint was explaining to an audience Vichar Sagar, a standard work on Vedanta. As Thakur was taking leave, the saint said to him, "You should study this book, and if you do, your desires will be fulfilled. In the future, when you go to the north to do your duties, you will come across a great saint. By your luck, he will show you your future path, give peace to your mind, and make you happy." Then he was transferred to Junnar, which could only be reached by crossing Nane Ghat. This ghat was very steep and impassable, and no other conveyance other than a buffalo was of use in crossing it. This meant he had now to take a buffalo ride through the ghat, which inconvenienced and pained him much. Later, he was transferred to Kalyan on a higher post, and there he became acquainted with Nana Sahib. He heard much about Sai Baba from him and wished to see Baba. The next day, Nana Sahib had to go to Shirdi. He invited Thakur to accompany him. Thakur could not go as he had to go to the Thana court for a civil case. So Nana Sahib went alone. Thakur went to Thana, but the case was postponed. He regretted not accompanying Nana Sahib, so he left for Shirdi himself. When he arrived, he found that Nana Sahib had left the previous day. Some of his other friends whom he met there took him to Baba. He saw Baba, fell at his feet, and was overjoyed. His eyes were full of tears of joy, and his hair stood on end. After some time, the omniscient Baba said to him, "The path to this place is not as easy as the teaching of the Canarese saint Appa, or even as the buffalo ride in the Nane Ghat. On this spiritual path, you have to give your best effort, as it is very difficult." When Thakur heard these significant signs, which no one else knew, he was overwhelmed with joy. He came to know that the words of the Canarese saint had come true. Then joining both hands and placing his head on Baba's feet, he prayed that he should be accepted and blessed. Then Baba said, "What Appa told you was right, but these things have to be practiced and lived. Mere reading won't do. You have to think and experience what you read. Otherwise, it is of no use. Mere book learning, without the grace of the Guru and self-realization, is of no benefit." The theoretical portion from the work Vichar Sagar was read by Thakur, but the practical way was shown to him in Shirdi. Another story given here will bring out this truth even more powerfully. Asking for peace of mind. A gentleman from Pune, Anantrao Pantakar, wished to see Baba. He came to Shirdi and had Baba's darshan. His eyes were satisfied and he was much pleased. He fell at Baba's feet and after performing proper worship said to Baba, "I have read a lot, studied the Vedas, Vedanta, Upanishads, and heard all the Puranas, but as I still do not have peace of mind, I think that all my reading was useless. Some ignorant, devout people are better off than I am. Unless the mind becomes calm, all book learning is of no use. I have heard from many people that you easily give peace of mind to so many people by your mere glance and word. I have come here. Please take pity on me and bless me. Parable of the 9 balls of stool, 9 types of devotion. Then Baba told him the following parable. Baba said, once a merchant came here. Before him a mare passed 9 balls of stool. The merchant, intent on his search, spread the end of his dhoti and gathered all 9 balls into it, and so gained concentration of mind. Patankar could not make out the meaning of this story, so he asked Dada Saheb, what does Baba mean by this? Dada Saheb replied, I too do not know all that Baba says and means, but by his inspiration I can say what I've come to know. The mare is God's grace, and the 9 balls excreted are the 9 forms of bhakti. Shravana, hearing. Kirtana, singing. Smarana, remembering. Padasevana, worshipping God's feet. Archana, worship. Namaskara, bowing. Dasya, service. Sakyatva, friendship. Atma Nivedana, surrender to the self. These are the 9 types of bhakti. If any of these is faithfully followed, the Lord will be pleased and manifest himself in the home of the devotee. All the sadhanas, japa, tapas, yoga practice, and study and expounding of scriptures are quite useless unless they are accompanied by devotion. Knowing of the Vedas, or fame as a great jnani, or mere formal bhajan, are of no avail. What is wanted is loving devotion. Consider yourself as the merchant or seeker of the truth, and be eager like him to collect or cultivate the 9 types of devotion. Then you will attain stability and peace of mind. Next day, when Pantakar went to Baba, he was asked whether he had collected the 9 balls of stool. Patankar said that he, being a poor fellow, should first be graced by Baba, then they could easily be collected. Baba blessed and comforted him, saying that he would attain peace and happiness. After hearing this, Patankar was overjoyed and happy. Never speak ill or criticize others. We shall close this chapter with a short story showing Baba's omniscience and his use of it to correct people and set them on the right path. Once a solicitor from Pandharpur came to Shirdi and went to the masjid. On seeing Baba, he fell at his feet and without being asked offered some dakshina, then sat in a corner, eager to hear the talk that was going on. Baba turned his face towards him and said, "How cunning people are! They fall at my feet and offer dakshina, but inwardly give abuses behind the back. Is that not wonderful?" This remark fit the solicitor, though none understood it. The solicitor grasped it, but kept silent. When they returned to the wada, the solicitor said to Kaka Sahib, "What Baba said was perfectly right. The dart was aimed at me. It was a hint to me that I should not indulge in reviling or scandalizing others." When the sub-judge of Pandharpur came and stayed here to improve his health, a discussion about his situation took place in the bar-room at Pandharpur. The discussion was about whether the ailments the sub-judge suffered from were ever likely to be cured without medicines. Also, whether it was proper for an educated man like the sub-judge to turn to such methods as going to Sai Baba. The sub-judge was criticized, as was Sai Baba. I also took some part in this affair. Now Sai Baba showed the impropriety of my conduct. This is not a rebuke to me, but a favor, an advice that I should not indulge in any slander of others, and not interfere unnecessarily in others' affairs. Shirdi is more than 100 miles from Pandharpur. Still, Baba, through his omniscience, knew what had transpired there in the bar-room. The intervening places, rivers, jungles, and mountains, were not a block to his all-perceiving sight. He could see or read the hearts of all. There was nothing secret or veiled from him. Everything, far or near, was as clear to him as broad daylight. Whether a man be far or near, he cannot avoid the all-pervading gaze of Sai Baba. From this incident, the solicitor took the lesson that he should never speak ill of others, nor unnecessarily criticize them. This evil tendency was completely washed, and he was set on the right path. Though the story refers to a solicitor, it is applicable to all. All should take this lesson to heart and profit from it. Sai Baba's greatness is unfathomable, and so are his wonderful Leelas. His life is also such, for he is Parabrahman incarnate. Pranams to Sri Sai. Peace be to all.
You've been listening to a modern rendering of Hamad Pant's The Sri Sai Satcharitra, The Wonderful Life and Teachings of Shirdi Sai Baba, edited and narrated by Monica Penacanda. For more content like this online, please go to divinelineage.org, SaiFamily.org, and peacefires.org. To learn more about Monica, please go to monicapenacanda.org.